You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking at.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Plan to Prosper show. I am Sharon Campbell, your host for today. And I want to thank you for joining us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And the month of June was about receiving funding, receiving grants, and how private and nonprofit can work together, and how you can really leverage your mission with a funder's mission. And so this is our last segment for this month, and we're going to conclude it with 7 things. One is going to be 7 reasons why you are not getting funding. And you can find all of this on our website, which is www.SharonCampbell.com. Go to the blog section and you can download 7 reasons why you are not getting funded and 7 reasons how to secure that funding. Once you look at those, really, I tell people to lay them side by side. I'm a print person. I believe that if you can look at it, touch it, feel it, read it, you're going to keep it up. You're going to, next time you write, you're going to think about that and say, okay, am I writing to receive funding, or am I making errors that are stopping me? So let's go ahead and jump into the 7 main reasons why people do not receive the type of funding they're requesting. That's even private, small businesses that's looking for grant funding or loan grant funding for their projects or services or their product, or nonprofits. All of them the same. Everyone is in the business of doing business. Number 1, what you are writing does not align with your mission, vision, or core value. When funders look at your website compared to what they are asking for, compared to what you are writing, it doesn't align. So make sure your website and your social media align with your mission. But most important, make sure it aligns with the funder. What is the funder asking for? How long have you been doing this? Now, sometimes you want to launch a new product, a new service, and you may need some seed money. But then you have to demonstrate that you have a pattern. You have already put it in success. You have already have some strategies. It's well thought out. And then you can leverage that to say, on this product or service will add 110% of impact. So let's talk about this again. Making sure your objective, your mission, your vision aligns in the grant, what's on your social media, what's on your website, and what the funder is asking for. Do your research. Do not write a grant just because you need money and it doesn't allow. Because you find a grant and you're like, wow, I can really use this $50,000, but um, you have not done any market. You don't have any research or data to show that this is something you actually can do, and they have to do it, because as you start writing the grant, they're going to ask you that information. Incomplete application. Now, for a grant researcher and a writer, as myself and our company, the first thing we always do is review the entire grant to make sure we have everything that they're going to ask for. Because if you do not, and you have to create, that's more time, or that you may have to get a different certification and the deadline has passed. So it is best, after you read, to make sure you're aligned, is to go through the whole application. See what you have and what you do not have. Because that's going to tell you if you have time to attain it, or you need to bring in somebody else. And that is, again, building a relationship. You don't want to wait until you at question 8 and you realize, I don't have that. I don't qualify. And then you're like, wow, look at all the time I put in there. The other thing about reading and writing grants is that you need to build a file for every time you write a grant for things they were asked for, so you could keep them up to date. One is that they may ask for your latest certification, and you have not sent in to renew it. And by the time you get it back, the process has closed, or you don't have enough time to finish the application. So go through the whole application, pull out everything you need, not with like, yeah, I have that, I have this, but actually put your eye on it. Know where it's at. If you have updated your mission statement or your vision statement or your services, not only should it be updated on your website, but on any other market materials that you have. You should have the date you updated, why you updated, and what the impact it is for you to update that information. Number 3, poorly written proposals. That could be for grammar, but sometimes it's just we didn't take the time to think through the process. It's like using your critical thinking tools. It's like, I'm telling a story, but I'm leaving out steps of the story. And so that leads a person to wonder what happened, what's going to be next. So you have to think of it as, I always say, it's telling a story, making sure you have all the details in there so your reader can read it. Given that grants are now very streamlined, you have to make sure that you hit all the points that readers need, but then also they have too much software, too many different softwares out there that can take care of your grammar, your structure. Use them, please. It is so very important to use them. Now, grant reviewers, they know that you may miss a comma here, and they understand that, but it cannot be throughout the whole entire grant. Or you may misspell a word. That's natural. Everything is not perfect, but there are tools that you can use. Make sure you use those tools, um, and make sure that you are clear and concise with what you're saying as relates to your goals, your objectives, and your outcome. And documentation. Where do you find this information? Don't take credit for someone else information, especially when you are citing demographics. Give that um, organization, that person credit for the research they have done. Having unrealistic budgets. Now, funders have been doing this for a long time, especially when you're getting grant loan, because that means someone else in the finance department is looking at that and they've given out enough loans that they can look at a budget and tell if it's being padded. Yes, funders can tell if you pad your budget. They know what it costs for if you have an after school program and you're paying teachers. They know the difference when you're paying teachers that's teaching in classroom versus volunteers that's teaching, especially when you're saying they are tutors and you're giving description of what they are doing and the education background. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to you asking for consultants to come in to help do a training or perform a task or a service. They understand you can it is costly, but they understand the difference between being costly and padded, what it costs for them to do that activity. So let me give you an example. If you're bringing someone in to teach goal setting or to do a roadmap for how to move someone out of poverty to middle income, and they are doing this over a year time, think about this an hour and how much they pay in that hour. Is it 5 people in the room, 10? All of that makes a difference. So whenever you will receive and you're saying that this person give $1,000 or 500 an hour, but you only have one person in the room, funders look at that, and that is a sign padding the budget. Okay, when you look at it, if you plan on serving refreshments, yes, you can, but let us truly look at what that the cost is. Your budget must line up with the service or product that you are asking to be funded. So there's no reason to pad the budget at all. Funders, if you need extra money, then fine. Let them know, hey, look, this is research, this is where I got this data from, and this is how much it costs. They do not mind at all paying the cost. Number 5, lack of impact. You are saying to them, we're going to do this program and we'll have 10 people in it, but there's no impact in the community. You're using the same 10 that you use for something else, but there's no change in that group of people's lives. So you have to document posts, yes, pre-tests, where the person is at, and then what happened to move and are they sustainable? Documentation, documentation, documentation. You must have that documentation. Whenever you are running a program, you must get people to sign up that they was present, they was accountable for, and hopefully a percentage of them stay to the end of the presentation or the end of the program. So you have to demonstrate the impact. I would say go to the university, talk to someone about evaluations. So the professors that's in a department that does a lot of evaluation and get their input on what tools would be a great measurement for you to use. And there's software out there to help you. But I like the human capacity of using a university, because they have students that can help you collect it, analyze it, and give you great output. So make sure when you are doing this, you have impact. Funders do not like to fund programs that is not changing people's lives, or even your own life, your own situation. So document. Do not be ashamed that you are not capturing it in a way that you think you should, because you can always ask for help. And be clear about how that impact has changed the economy. Next is organization capacity. You do not have enough volunteers, staff people, or board members engaged. Because there's a difference between working boards and non-working boards. And so working volunteers, paid people. And so funders can tell, yes, they can, if you have the capacity to manage and run this program. And whenever you are not paying your executive director or director, and you're using all the money for programming and not paying your staff, then know that your program cannot be successful. You have no other choice to have someone over. But you cannot pad staff and lessen programs also. So there must be a balance between the two. Lastly, ignoring the guidelines and instructions. Read, reread, and read again, I tell people. Sometimes it's best also to have someone else to read behind you, because we may miss something. Sometimes you may want to just look over it, but then take some time to read every line. Ask questions. Many funders have webinars where they come on, schedule them, and go over the entire grant with you, giving you opportunities to put questions in this chat and send them so they can send them back out. If you plan on partnering with someone on a grant, make sure that they are part of that process also. Reading, understanding, rereading. So very important. So after you finish, say you complete the whole grant. If the grant is due, and this is just an example, July the 10th, it is important that you finish your grant June the 30th. You need that buffer time to take the time to step back from it, then go back and look at it. Also, it's important that if something's going to happen, it's always going to happen on a day, and it's the last day you want to submit it, there's always going to be a problem. Your time management is so very important, and why so many private and nonprofits are not receiving the funding they desire when over $500 million every year is given out. We're going to pause and take a commercial, and then we're going to come back and talk about how you can secure the grant. thank you. Welcome back. Well, next part is why is so many people getting these grants and I can't get one? I hear that so much. They say, I keep writing, I keep writing, I keep looking, but I can never get the grant. Why? Well, let me tell you, there are 7 proven reasons why people continuously getting funding versus those that are struggling to get funding. One is simply their project, their mission align with the funding mission and project. Think about large nonprofits like the Cancer, the Heart Wall, big youth programs, um, social services programs. You keep saying, where they keep getting the money? Well, they have aligned themselves with the funders and what the funders are asking for. They make sure that their mission aligns, they keep it update, they keep their website update, they keep all their social media update. They're always talking about their story. And they have the community, the people they are helping, tell their story also. So when you have all of that aligned, guess what? Your chances are going up. So when you're writing a grant is scored. And so if you're not clear on your mission and your mission does not align with the funders, then the score you receive, instead of the score between 1 and 5, then you may think, well, I like my mission, but your mission doesn't align. So now you get a 2. So what happens, those points add up. So how many is getting funded is because their mission, their values, their vision, and aligns with the funders. So you get a 5. Number 2, clear and compelling proposal. When they write, it's very clear what they're asking for. You don't have to think about it. They have described it in a way that the person can see it, feel it, and understand that from point A to point B, they have thought through each step and can execute it. Those proposal funders fund top. It doesn't matter if you've been around 1 year or 10 years. If your proposal is clear and you have demonstrated that you can actually execute, the score system goes up. Your impact is proven. Your partners is proven. Those are the things that's going to set you apart. And that's how so many are receiving the funding that they request or scholarships that people are asking. Is there any scholarships out there? Yes. But are you writing them to show that if I provided you this money to go back to college, that you're going to complete it, as long as there's nothing drastic happen and it's going to make an impact on your life. The other one is a budget. The budget is realistic. It is, what is it that teachers getting paid an hour? You putting this for the region that you're in, you're making sure that that's the same. Non-teachers get paid this. Teachers with this degree get paid this. And so they can see that. A consultant that's helping you with workshops only charge $250 an hour, 30 people in that's reasonable. 20 people, that's reasonable, that's negotiable. And you can show the value of that. So keep in mind, your budget must be realistic. And you will be receiving the grant. As long as you continue practicing, submitting, and giving the funder what they ask for. Now, it is measurable or impact. Too often we don't understand how to the measurement, but as you write and do funding, you'll come up with your metrics or what is the impact. Many times the funder give you some guidelines on that. So make sure many that they get receive this funding, they have that packed down. They can measure the impact. How many people that and create a program. So the program being created to move people off of social services. And you partner with social services and you have a stellar program. They assign 25 people to attend your training. Okay. So we can measure from there how many people attended, how many showed up for the whole 6 months, how many completed all of the activities, how many have completed all of the goals, tasks, and strategies that they need to move to the next level, and how many did not. And the reason why they did not is so very important. And so you take those 25, and funders can say, wow, 15 of them completed each of their tasks, each of the assignments, activities, and all the strategies in order for them to move all of social services to the next level. That's perfect because they can even want to go to college, get a degree, better job, moved out their location. They figure out what it is they want, and you was able to draw that roadmap and have them sustainable, plus provide them additional 6 months support. We can measure that. Okay. Organization capacity. You have a working board. Your board is very engaged. They're helping you with fundraising. They're out in the community talking about the program. They are making a big difference in people's lives. And people see that. They're very engaged. They volunteered in the program. Your budget shows that. Your revenue screen shows that. You have a equal budget of grants, donation, contribution, and your giving is a diverse way of income. And you're operating in the green, in the black, not in the red. They love to see that because it shows capacity of your organization and the willingness that board members, volunteers, paid staff is going above their duty to ensure that this organization is successful. Read and follow the guidelines. They can tell if you follow the guidelines. You know why? Because your score is high when you follow the guidelines. You're making sure you have everything in order before. That secure your success or attaining that grant. Now, something I tell people that's so very important. Building relationships with the community, with the funder, with the people you serve is so very important. Many times we can do everything else and we fail to build a relationship. We are not keeping the funder involved. So for your grant to be successful, keep the funder involved. Send them the information. Make sure that they know what you're doing. Now that does not mean that you send them something every week, but keep them engaged or how their money is impacting the community and your organization. I hope these 7 why you're not getting funding and why You can secure grants. The common causes have helped you today. Please again go to our blog at www.thesharoncampbell.com. Download them and use them. We are here at Sharon Campbell Solution Group and the Plan to Prosper podcast show to help you grow your business using grants, loans. But most important, teaching you how to develop that grant writing skill that you need in order for you to be part of that $500 million income that many give out every year. We're looking forward to continue working with you on our broadcast by educating you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We are on Facebook, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube, and there's another Instagram. No, not Instagram, LinkedIn, and a couple other sites. We want to really thank Par TV and Mark Lee for the excellent work they have provided us over the years to bring this show to you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It is an honor and a pleasure to be part of your life, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care.